What's up, everyone? It's me, only on PlayStation VR 2. So, recently, the Dark Pictures and Supermassive Games have replied to all the complaints regarding the soft resolution, images being blurry, low textures, game crashing, long loading times, etc., etc. They have actually responded to the feedback, and that's good. Good on them that they are actually on top of it, responding to the feedback. That shows me that they care. However, let's also be honest about Supermassive Games and what they said prior to the launch date of February 22nd, when it was supposed to be officially scheduled to be released. I don't know if you guys remember, but Supermassive Games made a statement. Developers of the Switchback VR made a statement where they said, we are not going to release our game on February 22nd, which is the release date of PlayStation VR 2 launch. We're going to push this game till March 16th because we want to ensure that we have the best possible version of this game with the best visuals and the best loading time, the best everything, right? And nobody was complaining. I was not complaining. Everyone was okay with that. We're like, all right, kind of sucks that we can't play it on the 22nd, but hey, I would rather wait till the 16th than to have some kind of a crappy, half-assed version of the game. And no one was really complaining. People were like kind of happy that they're doing that. They're making sure that the game's going to be great. So I went ahead and pre-ordered the game. Others went ahead, pre-ordered the game because we were like, all right, so the Switchback team, it's ensuring us that they're going to make sure that this thing will be top-notch when it's released on March 16th. Here we are, almost spring, March 16th, right? And what has happened? The visuals are terrible, resolution is terrible, textures are like all jagged. It's almost like they haven't put any effort on the graphics. It's almost like they haven't put any effort on the resolution. It seems to me they were more focused on the 90 hertz refresh rate instead of graphics and the visuals. And I think that's what the mistake is. Their focus was on that 90 hertz. I would rather go to 60 hertz and have like a native 4K, great visuals, great graphics, and great HDR instead of trading it back for 90 hertz refresh rate. And I honestly think that's what happened, in my opinion, and they stuck to that. But the big sacrifice they made was the visuals, because remember, virtual reality, it's all about the visuals, correct? People can forgive, 60 hertz, fine, whatever. But if you give them the visuals, then they're going to be happy. If you give them the clarity, because VR, it's optics. It's all about the clarity and focus. That's the whole idea here. And I think that's where they dropped the ball. So let's read the statement that they have issued on the Twitter. Polish Paul VR beat me to it. He did it yesterday. Make sure you guys subscribe to Polish Paul VR. Great guy. Me, I'm just how do I put this? I do this for like a hobby. All right. Honestly, I don't even want my channel to be big, because if my channel grows big, then I have to pay more in taxes. For those of you who have to pay $10.99, and you know how much money you have to pay if you make money on YouTube. So I really am not even concerned about the views. I'm kind of happy that I don't get that many views. I'm happy with this low key like this. So anyway, Let's read the Dark Pictures Switchback VR statement that they posted on the March 17th, which would be yesterday, Friday, today, Saturday, the 18th. All right, so let's read this. Since the launch of Switchback VR yesterday, we have seen and heard the feedback that some players are experiencing graphical issues in the game. Switchback VR was developed exclusively for PlayStation VR 2, and we want to ensure that all of our players have the best possible experience while playing. The Switchback VR team have been investigating the issue raised as a matter of urgency. So far, a potential cause of the reported blurring has been identified, with other issues still undergoing testing and reproduction. While the team continue to investigate these issues, we welcome additional reports via our Zendesk portal, Zendesk portal, which I have actually already reported this to them. Okay, because I actually agreed when I started the game to send the report so they can look at the report of the bugs and issues, which is something that I did on the live stream. You guys can go watch the live stream. We appreciate your patience and understanding in the meantime, and please rest assured that we will share additional communications regarding these issues when more information is available. Supermassive Games. All right, so how do I feel about this? Well, let's go on to the positive. The positive is that they care. So that's good. That means that they're going to make sure that they patch it up, they fix it, so we can have a good experience. So that's reassuring. So that can make you feel a little bit better. That makes me feel a little bit better that I didn't waste my $40. There will be a patch and they'll fix it up. So cool. And I understand all of this. All of this, it's understandable. And I wouldn't have any problem with this statement if they haven't already made a statement prior to February 22nd when they announced they're going to delay this game to make sure that it's running properly. And there was no demo, right? So here we are now, March 18th, I'm sorry. And the game looks like crap. So what have you been doing in past 3 weeks? Past 3 weeks, you should have been able to address these issues, to implement a native 4K with a much better HDR tone mapping. You should have been able to tone down that 90 hertz to 60 hertz refresh rate. And I couldn't care less about 90 hertz. Give me 60 hertz, I'm fine. So you had plenty of opportunity to address these issues, to fix these issues, but it looks like you haven't done that. So how am I supposed to now believe you, Supermassive Games, when you don't have any credibility to back it up? This is almost like CD Projekt Red all over again. You know, when you don't have any credibility, guys, when you lose credibility, it is difficult for me and others to take your word, to trust you. Credibility means everything. But I'm willing to give everybody a second chance, and that's what I'm trying to say here. Okay, I'll give the Switchback, the Dark Pictures. I like Supermassive Games. I played every single Supermassive game, non-VR and VR. I played the Rush of Blood. I still play it. It's great. So I'm willing to give everybody a second chance. I do. I believe in second chances. But we'll see what they do. Okay, this is all fine and dandy. It looks nice on the paper, but I judge people not by what they say or by what they write. I judge people based on what they do. And I'll end the video on that note. All right? So I don't judge people based on what they say or what they write. I judge people based on what they do. Actions speak louder than any written words or any loudmouth. So let's see what happens. I hope that they fix it. I want this to be fixed because I wasted $40. You know, just like I'm waiting for Callisto Protocol to be fixed with a new DLC, but I haven't heard nothing yet on the new DLC. So we'll see what happens. And like I said yesterday, guys, I think I've been reading the comments, and I want to say this before I end this video. I think majority of you are missing the important point I'm trying to make. And I talk about the red flags. If a developer is hesitant to give you a demo, that shows you that they're not so sure whether or not this thing will be a success. And that always should be in the back of your mind. And another thing that you guys are missing the point on is this shouldn't be a new practice. Developers need to learn from a disaster that happened in 2020 on December 8th from CD Projekt Red called Cyberpunk 2077. They need to learn from that disaster, and they should take notes from that disaster, and they should try to avoid and minimize those mistakes. That's the whole idea. I know mistakes will happen, but the idea is not to repeat them constantly. The idea is to minimize those mistakes as much as possible. And that's the point I'm trying to put across out there. You know. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. We'll see what happens. We'll just have to wait and see for the patch, and we'll see what they do. I'll keep you posted on it and let you know. All right, guys, thank you for watching. This is only on PlayStation VR 2, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you when I see you. Take care.